Welcome to West Country Wanderings and welcome to another one in my Cornish series. I do apologise over the summer break that I didn't have any Cornwall content or indeed Devon content, but we're here today. It's a beautiful day. I'm here at Liskeard Station. I've caught the train down from Gloucestershire just up with my daughter. We're going to catch a train down to Par. You're probably thinking, oh, you've done Par before. Well, this time we're actually going to catch the bus to the town of Fowey. Yes, that's the correct pronunciation. It's actually spelled F-O-W-E-Y, so it looks like it's Fowey, but it's Fowey. Beautiful ancient market town right by the River Fowey. We'll have a look around there. Probably some other bits and pieces as well. I'm not quite sure what we'll do, so I'm going to say too much about what I'm going to include today. But anyway, why not join me here for another adventure here on West Country Wanderings. So here we are now in Fowey. Yeah, not coffee today, it's quite a warm day. It's in the mid-20s possibly, well, 20 something anyway. It still feels quite warm, so I've got myself some ice cream here in the southern part of Cornwall. I'll put a map up the usual way, give you a tour around here. Got the main town quay there, lots of eateries down there. There's also an aquarium here and a mechanical museum which looks really interesting as well. So I'll just show you the outsides of those and then put the details in the description below. Now though we're still in September, come out of August now, it's still quite busy here today, and it's a Saturday, and sadly it's the weekend after the Queen passed away, but still people are out about here in Cornwall. We're going to see that house there. It's at one time one of the most famous residents of here of Fowey was Daphne du Maurier. They still have the Daphne du Maurier Festival now. I think it's just been changed to the Fowey Literary Festival. But she was inspired to write her famous short story, The Birds, which of course was turned into a famous Hitchcock Hollywood film. Originally they had planned to film it right here in Fowey, but they then decided to relocate it to California, but in a similar town or stroke fishing place similar to this one here at Fowey in the southern part of Cornwall. And also behind me here is the Royal National Institute lifeboat. Fowey in most recent years has become a lot more of a boaty place. There is a village on the opposite side of the River Fowey. This is the estuary of the river here, and that is called Budinnick by Fowey, sometimes now just known as Budinnick. There's also Pulruin, and they still have some shipbuilding and ship repairs that take place here, but here it's now more catered for the leisure and tourism industries. Behind me here is the Fowey to Budinnick ferry, car ferry. Really useful if you want to travel from this part of Cornwall towards southeast Cornwall along to Plymouth and then up country, as it were, as we say in this part of the world. As I'm a former resident of Cornwall, I think I'm allowed to say that. Up country, yeah. So this is an easy way of doing that. Catch the car ferry across here. Not sure how much it is. I think was something like £6. I'll put that in below so if you're doing that. The other thing to tell you about in terms of public transport, I come here via train today from Gloucestershire, met up with daughter at Liscar. I've got the train to Parr. Now there is an hourly bus service. Oh, nice yacht going past there, white sail. An hourly bus service from Parr. It's the number 24. It's run by Go Kerno, I believe. Again, I'll put the details of that in below. And the bus stop is just outside the railway station there. And this behind me is the actual entrance to the Immers China Clay site here at Fowey. So it is still very much a working port. Used to get really big ships that used to come up here, but now just one or two taking the China Clay out. It's been brought down by train from Lostwithiel and the China Clay quarries in the Cornwall area. Now while the ferry's loading up on that side, and I'll get some shots of them in it, just down here is the port where the China Clay comes from. We saw that in one of the earlier videos because you have the existing branch line from Lostwithiel down to the Port of Fowey. Now this road behind me down in the fence here isn't actually what you think it is, but we have seen it before. Yes, it's actually a private road, and it's the private road that goes between St Blaise and here at Fowey Docks, and it's only used for the English China Clay, or should I say Immers, vehicles, lorries to go between. And it also takes into that tunnel. In fact, we saw part of that on my Parr video some while back now, or probably about a couple of months ago. I'm currently in the old grammar school garden. This is the site of the grammar school, former grammar school, shall I say, here in Fowey in Cornwall. This has now been turned into a beautiful garden.
Now you've got the views. That speaks for everything.
So I'm currently in the Wind in the Willows garden. So if you head out of the town centre, which can get a little bit congested because of the narrow streets, you've got all the shops and all the eating facilities there. Nice that it's scenic that it is, it can get a little bit overwhelming. Head out towards St Catherine's Castle in direction thereof, and you'll come across this beautiful garden. It's after the old grammar school garden, and it's much bigger, has fantastic views right across to Polruan, where there is also a pedestrian ferry. I believe it costs £2.60, which will take you to the other side. Polruan is also a place well worth exploring. Of course, it also has those aforementioned shipbuilding yards there too. So yeah, this is a place you can really chill out here in Fowey, just away from the crowds, and just soak in both the views of the River Fowey and also the sea, the English Channel. Really nice place. I've really enjoyed my day here in Fowey today with my daughter. It's been a really chilled out environment. I do recommend, if you can, coming by train and bus, because driving around here is a nightmare. Parking's particularly expensive. It's about £6.70 to park here for the day. It cost us £7 return. That's for both of us, so £3.50. We're about £3.50 each on the bus return from Parr Station. So that is an option to consider. It has very narrow roads. There is a car park at the top of the town, which may work out a little bit cheaper, but be warned, it is quite a steep walk back to the car park after you've had your day exploring here in Fowey. I hadn't had time to cover St Catherine's Castle, which is an English heritage castle, bit further on down, and I hope to come back here to Fowey to do that very thing in a later video here on West Country Wanderings. Well, that's it for West Country Wanderings for today here in the beautiful town of Fowey, in the southern part of Cornwall. There'll be another one of my Cornwall series coming up not too distant future. There'll be other content on the channel too, so hit that bell and subscribe, and YouTube will tell you what that is. Hope you enjoyed it today. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and I hope to see you again very soon. All the best for now. Cheers. Goodbye.